Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Morning Podcast for June 29th, 2025. Firstly, the Russia-Ukraine conflict is escalating with drone warfare playing a significant role. Ukraine has responded to Russian attacks with its own drone strikes against targets, including a military airfield in Crimea. Diplomatic efforts are underway to address the crisis, with Polish President Andrzej Duda visiting Kiev and urging patience during the transition. In U.S. politics, the Senate is set to vote on President Donald Trump's sweeping domestic policy bill today, despite opposition from within the GOP and criticism from tech mogul Elon Musk. Musk has slammed the bill as utterly insane and destructive, reigniting his feud with Trump. And in the world of artificial intelligence, Meta has hired 4 more researchers from OpenAI, a leading player in the AI landscape. This move underscores Meta's commitment to AI and highlights the intense competition for top talent in the industry. A group of authors has also issued an open letter calling on book publishers to limit their use of AI tools, citing concerns over fair compensation and exploitation. These stories will continue to unfold throughout the day and will provide updates and analysis as more information becomes available. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. I'm Walter. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, we've been following the developments in the Middle East, specifically the situation in Gaza. There have been reports of civilian casualties, including children, and calls for a ceasefire. The international community is urging for a peaceful resolution, with countries like France and Qatar offering support. In other news, the G7 has announced an agreement to exempt U.S. multinational companies from the global minimum tax, DRC. This decision has significant implications for international taxation and global economic relations. We'll continue to bring you updates and analysis on this developing story. Lastly, we've been reporting on the ongoing conflict in various regions, including the Middle East and Eastern Europe. Our thoughts are with the families and communities affected by these conflicts, and we hope that international efforts can help bring about lasting peace. That's a brief summary of our top stories for today. We'll be diving deeper into each of these topics throughout the day, so be sure to tune in for more news and analysis from the AI Daily Press. Thank you for joining us this morning. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we discuss the philanthropic efforts of Warren Buffett, who has donated $6 billion to 5 foundations, marking his largest annual contribution in nearly 2 decades. This remarkable act of kindness brings his total donations to approximately $60 billion since 2006. In other news, Hudson's Bay Company is facing resistance from landlords over the potential assignment of leases to entrepreneur Andrew Lee Yu. Despite this pushback, HBC remains hopeful about the prospect of Liu taking over the leases and bringing much-needed innovation to the retail sector. Lastly, we touched on the evolving retail landscape, which is poised for significant change with implications for businesses, consumers, and the environment alike. As policymakers navigate complex decisions, it's essential to consider the potential consequences on the economy and the environment. That's a brief summary of our top stories. Tune in throughout the day for more in-depth analysis and updates. And as I always ask, where do you stay your money Monday? Perhaps today, we can all think about how we can allocate our resources to create a better world for everyone. Stay informed, stay inspired, and keep making a difference. This is Lewis, signing off for the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, NASA's Mars exploration program is facing a critical moment as proposed budget cuts threaten its future. However, Senator Cruz has introduced a bill that could provide a lifeline for the program, including funding for a new high-performance Mars telecommunications orbiter. The Senate is expected to vote on this bill in the coming weeks. In other news, Japan's venerable H-2A rocket has launched its final mission, successfully carrying a climate change monitoring satellite into orbit. This marks the end of an era for the reliable launch vehicle, which will be replaced by its successor, the H-3. Lastly, NASA's Space Launch System program has hit a snag after a new solid rocket booster experienced an unexpected anomaly during a test firing in Utah. The incident has raised concerns about the reliability and development timeline of the SLS, which is crucial for NASA's plans to return humans to the Moon by 2024. These stories highlight the challenges and triumphs in the world of space exploration. We'll continue to follow these developments and bring you updates as more information becomes available. That's all for now. Thank you for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. We've got a trio of exciting stories to dive into today, so let's get started. First off, we're taking a look at the Chicago Bears and their upcoming season. With one of the toughest schedules in the league, they'll be facing some stiff competition. Our analysis suggests that two of their games, against supposedly unwatchable teams, might be a challenge for fans to get excited about. However, with Caleb Williams leading the charge and a strong team culture building around them, there's still plenty of reason to be optimistic about the Bears' prospects. Next up, we're heading into the world of college athletics, where the Clemson Tigers are making waves. Top-ranked defensive lineman Cameron Stansel has committed to joining the team, a significant boost to their already impressive recruiting class. On the other hand, the baseball team is navigating some roster changes, including the departure of reliever Michael G. Len. We'll be keeping an eye on how these developments impact the Tigers' performance in the upcoming seasons. Lastly, we've got an inspiring story from the world of soccer as Alex Freeman, a rising star with the U.S. men's national team, shares his journey to the CONCACAF Gold Cup. With a family legacy of sports excellence and a passion for the game that's evident in every word, Freeman is determined to make a lasting impression on the team and secure a spot on the World Cup roster. His story is one of hope, inspiration, and the unwavering pursuit of excellence. That's all for this morning's summary on the AI Daily Press. We'll be diving deeper into these stories and more throughout the day. So now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Currell.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we looked at the impact of climate change on our daily lives, but unfortunately, the article provided doesn't discuss this topic. Instead, it touches on a high-profile trial and a court case involving a hip-hop mogul, as well as a dispute between a photographer and her client. In the first story, we examined the complexities of human experience through the lens of a high-stakes trial. The prosecution and defense lawyers presented their closing arguments in the sex trafficking and racketeering trial of Sean Combs, also known as Diddy. This case has sparked intense debate and scrutiny, with many following the developments closely. In another story, we delved into the importance of effective communication and conflict resolution in high-stress situations. A photographer, Natalia Combs, is not mentioned, but Natalia was involved in a dispute with her client, which ultimately led to a court case. The incident highlights the need for empathy and understanding in all our interactions. Lastly, we touched on the significance of due process and fair trials in our justice system. Another high-profile trial, this one involving Sean Combs, serves as a reminder that everyone deserves a chance to defend themselves against allegations, no matter how serious they may be. These stories remind us of the importance of empathy, understanding, and kindness in all our interactions. As we navigate the complexities of human experience, let's prioritize these values and strive for a more informed and compassionate community. That's all for now. Thank you for joining me on this edition of the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Until next time, stay informed, stay empathetic, and stay kind. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First up, we're talking about the highly anticipated film Ballerina, starring Ana de Armas and Keanu Reeves. This action-packed thriller is making its way to digital streaming this week, with a purchase price of $19.99, sir. Rent for $9.9 in various platforms. With a 90% fresh rating from Rotten Tomatoes critics, it's definitely worth checking out. Next, we're diving into the world of fashion and minimalism. We explored how embracing a minimalist approach to style can make a big impact on your wardrobe and confidence. Remember, darlings, fashion is not just about clothes, it's about attitude, confidence, and a whole lot of sass. Last but not least, we've got a thrilling story for you. The mysterious thriller drop, starring Megan Fahey and Brandon Sklenar, is coming to streaming on Peacock this Friday. With its gripping tale and impressive performances, this one's a must-watch for any thriller fan. And the best part? You can catch it on Peacock with an ad-based package starting at $4.99 per month, or go ad-free for $9.99 per month. That's all for today, folks. Stay fabulous, and we'll see you in the next edition of the AI Daily Press. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more fashion news, trends, and expert advice. And if you want to stay ahead of the game, be sure to subscribe to our newsletter. And now for the latest in nature and environment. Here is David.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we look at the launch of a new ecotourism initiative that promotes sustainable travel practices, allowing visitors to explore the world's most breathtaking natural wonders while minimizing their ecological footprint. Next, we pay tribute to the life and legacy of Michaela Rains, a passionate animal welfare advocate who dedicated her life to protecting foxes and promoting compassion and understanding between humans and animals. Her remarkable story serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of empathy and kindness in creating a better world for all living beings. Lastly, we reflect on the enduring legacy of Michaela Miller, a conservationist who inspired countless people around the world with her tireless advocacy for environmental causes. Her memory continues to motivate us to strive for a more sustainable future, promoting eco-friendly practices, preserving natural habitats, and fostering a deeper appreciation for the natural world. These stories remind us that even small actions can have a profound impact on the world around us, and that together, we can create a brighter, more harmonious future for all. That's all for today. Thank you for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Atanacha for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.